Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. Today I wanted to give my thoughts on the Reeves brand colored pencils and the watercolor pencils. Now I purchased mine online from Michael's and I got these I ordered them on Thanksgiving Day and they were buy one get one free. So I paid $23 for both sets of these, which was a really great deal. So just to start off, I really like these pencils. I'd heard of them before, but I didn't have any experience using them, and I was actually in the market for some new colored pencils, just regular colored pencils, and I was thinking about ordering Prismacolors, but I don't know, I wasn't thrilled with the reviews that I was reading and listening to, and like with the lead breaking and things like that. I just didn't want to deal with that. So I saw these online on Michael's. They're buy one get one free, so I thought, what the heck, I'll give it a try. If I don't like them, I'm not out that much money. So like I just mentioned, I really do like these, and let's go ahead and talk about just the regular colored pencils. And I went ahead and I swatched out the colors in this box. Now this is the 36 count set, and I believe that this is the largest set that you can get from this brand. And I do know that you cannot buy these individually, so you have to buy them in a set. There's the 36, a 24, and a 12 piece set. I'm pretty sure. I think those are the only three sets that you can get. And from Michael's, this was $23.99, I believe. So it's around the $25 mark, which isn't too bad. And I went ahead and I took some Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock, and I just did a little color swatch of these. Now, let me pull out a pencil so I can show you what they look like. This is what the pencils look like. They're they're plain on the side. There are no indicators of the color other than just the top of the pencil. And on the back of the box, you're not going to be able to read this, but they do have a little swatch back here, and then they have the color names. But these names don't line up with the colors shown. So I made my own little color chart, and I just used the names on the back here that they gave, and I matched them up as best as I could with the colors that I felt, matched up. And then I numbered them 1 through 36, and then I just took a fine point Sharpie, like an ultra, here it is. I just took a Sharpie and I wrote down the number that correlated with my chart. So for this pencil, this blue color, I said that it was sky blue, and it was number 18 on my chart. So I'm just kind of, I do this with all of my markers, my colored pencils. I've done this with crayons before, and my paints and stuff. That way I just have a little color chart, and you get a pretty good selection of colors. I was actually really pleased, and I also like how these colored pencils work on this paper. Again, I'm using Nina Solar White 80 pounds, so I'm using a nice smooth cardstock. I did use some, this is some 65-pound cardstock. I think this is the Coordinations brand from Joann's. I believe that's what this is. So it's just inexpensive, cheap cardstock. It's not the smoothest, but I did go ahead and I used the Reeves pencils, and I used a couple different shades of the green for the leaves, and I do like how the blending looks. I'm not totally loving the flower, but it was just because of the colors that I chose. And then I also used some Strathmore Bristol, and I used the exact same greens that I used on this leaf right here from the cheaper cardstock, and I really like how the blending happened on the Bristol paper. And let's see, I'm using like the rougher side of the Bristol paper too, just because that's the side that I stamped on. So I think the blending is a little bit better on the Bristol paper. So you know, it's worth a try to, you know, experiment with different papers to see how your colored pencils work with them. So I do love the color range in this. However, you don't get very many pink colors. You just get this pink right here, and then burgundy, what they're calling burgundy, and then they're saying this is red, violet, and orchid, which to me are almost the exact same colors, and then you get a light violet and a dark violet. So you know, take that into consideration if you know that you're going to be coloring a lot of you know, floral images or just images in general where you know you're going to use pink. The same thing with red. There's not a true red. To me, this is more of a red-orange, or I think this is more of an orangey red, and it's not like a true red. So keep that in mind. So I wanted to compare these to my Crayolas, and I have had the same set of Crayola colored pencils since I was like 10 years old, and I'm 25, so you know, 15 years, and I may have even had these pencils longer. I don't know. I don't know. I've always had them, and they still work, and why throw them out, you know? So I did the same thing. I swatched them out, and I think I have close to 48 pencils. I know there's way more colors of Crayola colored pencils than this, but this is just what I have. So again, I swatched them out on some Nina Solar White 80 pound, and I just wanted to compare them, and I think that these perform the exact same way. Sorry, my printer just turned on for some reason. Yeah, these perform like the exact same way. The Crayolas are a little bit, I don't know. They're a little bit waxier. I'm really sorry about my printer. Like, it just turned on for no reason. Okay. Anyways. I mean, there's a little bit of difference there. I'll just kind of hold it up. This is the Crayola, this is the Reeves. But it's not that much of a difference. So here's my thinking on this. If you have Crayola colored pencils and you're thinking about trying these, I would stick with your Crayolas. Just color-wise alone. I mean, if they're performing the same way and you're happy with the color selection with the Crayolas, just keep what you have. I mean, the Reeves are nice pencils, and I'm going to use them. But I think that, you know, if you already have these, then you don't really need these. So that's just my take on it. Alright, so now let's talk about the watercolor pencils. And let me put this up. I previously purchased Derwent watercolor pencils. Not the ink tints, but just the watercolor pencils. And I purchased those last year. And I don't know why I didn't purchase the ink tints, but I just went ahead and got these, and they're okay. They were my first experience with the watercolor pencil. I got the 24 set, and let me open the lid up. I mean, this is what they look like. It's an okay color range. I definitely wanted to add some more colors to it because I wasn't satisfied with what I was given. So moving on to these, I really, really, really like these pencils, and I had seen a really short review on these pencils. Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter here on YouTube, she like very briefly mentioned these in a video like a year and a half ago maybe, and said that she liked these. So I took some Canson XL watercolor paper, and I did a swatch of these. I did the same system like I did with the regular colored pencils, and I just took a pencil, and the watercolor pencils are smooth all around. The regular colored pencils are like the traditional, like the hexagon pencil shape. So all I did for the watercolor pencils to swatch them out, I just you know, scribbled a little bit on the paper, and then I took my water brush, and then I just kind of you know, dragged the water through the pencil. and I really love how these work. These are not grainy. The color from the pencil, it like dissolves and it melts into the paper. It's nice and transparent. These are really, really nice watercolor pencils. Like, I'm so excited about having these, and I love the color range. Now let me show you the color range that I'm working with my Derwents. And like, this is the color, these are the colors that I have from this set of Derwent watercolor pencils, and they're fine, they're good. And you can blend, you know, and I understand that, and I do that, but you know, I like having a lot of different colors. And I mean, these are, you know, your basic artist colors, not very much on the reds, so there's that. But then, I mean, you compare it to this, and granted there are more colors in this, but I really love the quality of these. And back to the Derwents, like, you can see my swatches here, and I'll even go back over with my water brush, and it just doesn't like dissolve as well. I don't know, it's like with the Derwents, once you put the pencil to the paper, like, it kind of stains the paper almost, and you can't lift the color and move it around. So that is one complaint that I have with the Derwent watercolor pencils. Now again, these are not the ink tints, and I don't know, I've never played with the ink tints, so I don't know if they do the same thing, so I'm not even going to go there. But I really, really recommend, if you're in the market for some good watercolor pencils that aren't an arm and a leg to buy, definitely try to get your hands on these, because these are really, really nice for your money. Again, these are like 24 bucks at Michael's. And I know Blick, I believe either Blick or Jerry's Artorama also sells these, probably both, I would imagine. Amazon has these, and I think Walmart.com might have them. So I'll go ahead and look at all the places that sell both of these sets, and I will link them down below. And I'll also link, or include the link from Michael's, if you want to order them from Michael's. And I don't get anything if you click the links. I just want to provide some information for you in case you're interested. So yeah, like, I definitely recommend, I like both sets. I think if you already have good colored pencils, you don't need these, but if you're in the market for some, you know, give them a try. But definitely, if you want some good watercolor pencils, get these. Like, these are really nice. And I did want to show you, I forgot, I did want to show you what I did with the watercolor pencils with these. I just took, let me get a pencil back out. Totally unorganized in this video, I'm so sorry. I'm kind of on a time crunch, I gotta head back to school, but I just took the pencil, and I just took the tip of my water brush to my pencil, and then I loaded up some color on my brush, and then I just applied it on the paper, and then I just blended that way. So, I mean, that was just barely touching the pencil to the tip of the brush, and I mean, I got that effect. And I did the background the same way, and I really love how that worked. I tried doing that with my Derwents one time, and it was so like grainy, and like where I initially laid down the color, it stained on the paper, and it just didn't look that great. So I really, really like how this turned out, and I used my Canson watercolor paper for this. So yeah, thank you for watching, and let me know if you like this video. Give me a thumbs up or comment down below, and if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. And I plan to be using these products in future videos, so I'm very excited about getting these. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!